The Warriors lost Monday's game for 117-110 to the Timberwolves, down 3-1 in the Western Conference semis. The Warriors now must win in Minneapolis Game 5 to keep their season alive. In all likelihood, will have to do so without Steph Curry. Meanwhile, the Dubs need more from playoff Jimmy in Steph's absence. All right, Jimmy Butler attempted just 9 field goals in 34 minutes in Game 4. That was his fewest field goal attempts in a playoff game in which he played 20-plus minutes since 2020. All right, UD, did you expect more from Butler, especially with Steph out? That's why they brought him in.
Hell yeah. I mean, I've been front row and center to see playoff Jimmy Butler, and I know what he's capable of. But what I do know about Jimmy, he's a very calculated offensive player. He preys on guys making mistakes. If you have a weakness, he's going to find it. And I think what Minnesota did was they just didn't show any weaknesses. They guarded him with length. They stayed on the floor. They didn't go for any pump fakes, any shot fakes. They didn't put him to the free throw line. And they made other guys get involved. So, you know, with Jimmy, he's going to watch film. He's going to figure out the weaknesses. He's going to fix mistakes. He's going to figure out how to manipulate the game. I think he will be better the next game. But Jimmy Butler is a very, very calculated offensive player, probably one of the most smartest offensive players that I've played against. So they didn't make mistakes. Shout out and kudos to Minnesota for just being solid defensively and not giving Jimmy anything easy.
Go ahead.
Do you mind? Perp, do you mind, Perp?
You go ahead.
No, man. Go ahead.
I don't even know what to say about this one. This is crazy. I mean, this is why Jimmy Butler was brought to Golden State,
right?
For moments like this. And what did we see last game? We saw Jimmy Butler, the pace was incredible. Even though they gave it away, UD and Perp, my man took 23 shots. He was hunting his shots. There was nothing that was calculated about the way he was playing. He had to let loose. He had to be aggressive because that gave his team the best opportunity to win. 9 shots in 34 minutes, to me, feels like you aren't the aggressive Jimmy Butler. It feels like you are not even really on the court. Now, I know I've never been in playoff games to this magnitude. You guys have. But I can tell you from somebody who is competitively an ass, that's how I am. KP, ain't no way in hell I'm taking 9 shots in a game where my team is without our star player. Everybody is looking at me to be the guy. Kuminga is a good talent, but he is young. Everybody is looking at me to be the old veteran guy who has carried teams to further places in the Eastern Conference like the Miami Heat. To me, this is a sign of somebody I get worried about. Because where are you? What is happening in this game where I need you to be him? You and I talk always about if there are pictures or commercials of Jason Tatum being Superman, Jimmy Butler's Batman. He's supposed to be in the trenches. He's supposed to be one with all the gadgets doing all the dirty stuff to get into your head. And by the way, when there's another man that's on the court that is punishing people through traffic, saying, and one, screaming, flexing on people, when there's another man after making a 3, after he's yanking Gary Payton II from side to side, making a 3 in Draymond Green's face, and then saying, you can't blank with me. Yo, what is happening? Now, I know people can say we might be tired. We might be a little bit, there are ailments, injuries, sickness, whatever it may be. I don't need to hear any of that. This is a game which is molded perfectly for Jimmy Butler to show up. And for 9 shots, that's not a sign of somebody showing up when the team needs him to be aggressive offensively. It's not, KP. Come on, man.
I'll tell you what happened to Jimmy. One, UD, when Jimmy Buckets earned that playoff Jimmy name with the Heat, he was 33 years old, 32 years old. He's 36, I believe it is right now. And what's happening is we're watching these, what you call them, these young Thundercats. That's what we're watching. Get on their asses like back pockets. And I'm talking about apple bottoms. You remember apple bottoms? You know what I'm saying? Those back pockets. Damn it, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. These young bulls around the league, they sending all these old heads home packing. And it started with Anthony Edwards. What's happening to Jimmy Buckets is that he's getting older, but he's facing some damn dogs. Jay McDaniels, right? Anthony Edwards. You got Big Rudy down there anchoring the defense. You got Naz Reid coming in off the bench. You got Julius Randle, who is playing the best basketball of his career this postseason. That's what's happening, right? And Jimmy, listen, Jimmy has never been the most athletic guy, right? So he's never been a guy to get real great lift on his shot. All of a sudden, you take Steph Curry out of the game, right? He's out of the game. Guess who's the primary defender on Jimmy Butler now? It's Jaden McDaniels, 6'9", long arms. The man can scratch his ankle standing straight up, causing problems, never get tired, picking up 94 feet. He doesn't have the same lift, and that's no knock on Jimmy. He was brought there to give this organization life, to be the Robin to Steph Curry, right? And Steph Curry allowed him to be the Batman. Steph Curry is not there. And let me say another thing. We've been giving Steve Kerr a lot of flowers lately, and rightfully so, right? He's been maximized players. They made a hell of a run the last part of the season. He won a gold medal. I believe one of the best coaches to ever coach the game of basketball.
30 seconds, per.
But somebody need to address him. What he did to Jonathan Kuminga to start this postseason, if I'm Jonathan Kuminga, I'm on the first thing smoking up out of Golden State. Have you been seeing Jonathan Kuminga lately? I believe he had 23 points last game, 30 the game before that, 18 before that. The man is balling. But again, this is Steve Kerr, not willing to allow young players to be great, especially guys who have the potential to be all-star caliber players. But this is no knock on Jimmy. He just ran into a bunch of dogs on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Minus 30.
Yeah, we got to leave it there. Hey, Big Perk, great job. Thanks for being with us this morning. I know it was an early morning for you. We appreciate you. Came in hot, but I'm told you got to roll. So we will talk to you soon. Coming up on First Take is Jalen Brunson, already a Knicks legend, and is this series ending in Boston? We answer these questions after the break. I am paging Brian Windhorst. What should the Mavs do with the top pick? Draft Cooper Flagg or trade for a major piece?
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you liked the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we noticed that the NBA is getting more competitive every day, and all the teams are looking for reinforcements to win the championship. And only here can you follow your favorite team daily with incredible content from different sources. Here on the channel, there are new videos every day with analysis, curiosities, and the best moments in basketball. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for following along. The NBA doesn't stop, and neither do we. Until the next video. NBA, the passion that connects us.